a little bit deeper in working with Apple Notes. I'm starting off on the home page, if you will, of all the folders that I can collapse and I can expand, and we'll collapse them for easier readability. And then I have tags that you can also do the same. Tags are basically filters, and they're really handy, and we'll show you how to use those. Expanding the cloud again. There they are. All iCloud is every note that's stored in the cloud. By default, that should be set up for you. If not, we'll make sure it is. Across the top, we have this navigation bar we can hide. We can also increase and expand its width. We can make a new note. We'll see that in a moment. We can change the way the notes look. Kind of hard to look at them that way. I like a grid. We can click on a note and delete it, and then it will go into the trash. Trust me, we will not do that. Let's take a look at the trash. There you go. A lot of different icons representing stuff in the trash. Going back to all iCloud, every note. They are sorted alphabetically, and please note, why do we have letters and then numbers? Well, these are all locked. These are hidden. As you can see, when I click on them, you have a little padlock here, and thus I cannot see it unless I unlock certain things. This one is not locked. This is. Notice the little padlock. How do you unlock notes? Under Notes. Where is it? Blocked off from the screen, so we'll skip that right now. I'm only recording so much of the screen, the window that is highlighted, not the margins that are darkened out and you can't see that. How do you sort notes? Well, we'll see that in another video. If I want to make a new note, I simply tap the letter or the letter N. I could press the keyboard keys. That's the Command key and the letter N, as in new. So that would be Command N for new. And here I am, and this is blinking in the heading. This is a new note. And I press enter, and I have different letters, different styles, if you will. This is the body of the note. By default, this takes a style, as it's called, using the letters AA, using a title heading. And now I made it smaller, and I made it really small. By default, and you should keep it this way, you want it to be a title. Simple way to create a note. And where is it going to go? Alphabetical. So let's make it a little bit easier to find. Let's just make this AA dash. And it should be right up here. There it is. Letters come after numbers, and these are locked. That's why these are at the top. If I didn't have these locked or hidden, they would not be here. They would just be deleted. And then the numbered note would happen first, followed by the letters A, little a, and then etc. Alphabetical. In its simplest form, we made a note. I enter text. I can add bullets. I'll just type in some numbers, make it simple. Press twice, it stops the bullets from being entered. I can add a table. Type in some more information. Press the enter key, it adds one more row. If I'm up here, I can press the tab key to go from cell to cell. And if there's nothing else there, it doesn't add anymore. If I do a right click, two-finger right click, what can I do here? No, can't add more rows. I guess I would just type stuff. More details later, just overview. Let's make a new line. Over here, I have voice recordings. Record audio. This is pretty cool. Right now, I'm going to press this red circle, and it's going to record audio in a note. So I'll press the red circle. This is an example of me recording my voice using my ear pods, and this will be then put in the note called "This is a new note." I'll stop recording now 10 seconds. And I'm going to say I'm done by clicking on the word done. There it is. We'll play it later. I can also then come over here and add some images. Drop down menu. Attach a file, which could be an image. So we'll do that. We'll navigate to a place where we have pictures. And we have a picture export from here. What is that a picture of? I have no idea. We'll find out. There we are. Of something. I don't know. We'll bring it in. Okay. I have no idea what that is. Looks like a buffet. All right. And we'll add another picture. So if we go up to that little icon again and drop down menu, add from photos. So this will open up the photo library. Now that should look familiar. We're still in notes. You can't see it because the recording chopped it off, but we're still in notes. And over here, I have all kinds of filters built in, as well as all my albums I've created, wherever they are. So maybe I want to take that beautiful picture from Amsterdam, and I'll add that. So there is a different way to do it. So the difference is this one with the gentleman there is in an iPhoto album, or iPhotos, or just photos. This was in Finder. Same result, different location of information. What else do we have here? Scrolling down a little bit more, just make a blank line. We have the artificial intelligence, where we can design something, describe your change. Well, in this case, it's wanting me to proofread. Well, we're not about to do this. So we're not about to proofread. We're not about to summarize anything, key points, more about that later. But right now, be aware this is artificial intelligence. So whenever you see this little circle with a little unusual shape on it, show writing tools. That's what this is, excuse me. What else do we have here? Add a link to an app, not necessary. You want to lock this note? Not really. Do I want to share this note? Perhaps later. But right now, this is an overview of notes. That's what we got. A recap. This note is going to go into the cloud called All iCloud. Later on, I can move it into a folder. Later on, I can give it a tag or later. But right now, we'll stop. Hope you enjoyed this video.